All right, guys, the MLB season is a third of the way through. Where does the Rookie of the Year chase stand?
2-2. Oh, my goodness! It's so
5.
You cannot place this pitch any better on the outside corner. Watch the glove. Watch the location. Splits that corner. Spins it.
4. 3.
center field, pretty deep. Cowser is back out near the wall. He leaps up, and it is caught! Colton Cowser makes the game-ending catch!
3.
Goldschmidt with a drive, and let's go home. Get into
2.
Tapper
1.
Guys, we're back with another episode. We got the Nostalgia Cat. It's going to be a good episode for you guys today. We're going to be talking about the MLB Rookie of the Year and where it stands, kind of. We got a lot of standouts, lots of good pitching. I'm really excited for this episode.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I enjoy thinking about the rookies, thinking about the next crop of superstars.
Yeah, because, in 5 or 6 years, these are going to be like the old guys that are teaching the newer guys in the farms. So let's start off with the number one. It's been probably easily the best rookie. It's going to be Shota Imanaga. He's rookie. It's been insane. The ERA is so low. Just been pitching out of his mind. Even with his stuff isn't the best. He's not. He doesn't throw Jordan Heck's 103. He doesn't have the best splitters and stuff. Even though he has a very good splitter, but his stuff, the spin rate is just so good. The fastball averaging around 92.1, below the league average right now. But his four-seamer has been one of the most valuable pitches. It's prevented 9 runs, tied for best in the league. His fastball's effectiveness is due to its rising action because he kind of throws it behind his head, where when he comes, the windup is so much different than all the other pitchers. It comes from behind his head, and the release point, it makes it look like it's rising, and it's just been very hard for hitters to really barrel up that pitch because you're going to either ground out because you're going to be above it, or you're just going to foul it off.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the season, if you would have said that at this point, a Japanese rookie was going to be leading the chase for Rookie of the Year, I think that everybody would have assumed that it would have been Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But Shota Imanaga has been amazing this season. Really a great value pickup for the Cubs. As much as I hate to say that, he's a little older than Yamamoto, but for whatever reason, he is just baffling hitters at the major league level.
Yeah, Yoshinobu Yamamoto's, we thought that he was just going to come in here, blow everyone away. And really, he's been really good, but there was just that one hiccup at the beginning of the year. But Shota, he's been so well. And, Rookie of the Year, MVP, it also is depending on how much you help your team. And right now, the Cubs rotation, it's looking so much better with Shota Imanaga in there, and his ability, with his spin rate and everything, with all of his pitches, it's just making him probably the most elite pitcher right now and the best Rookie of the Year.
So, like I said, we were expecting Yoshinobu Yamamoto to win the Rookie of the Year, and he's been good, just not quite as good as Imanaga. But the biggest thing for Yamamoto, ERA and WHIP. Yamamoto has an impressive ERA of 2.30, and his WHIP is below 1, 0.98, which just shows that he is limiting runs, limiting base runners. He's keeping people off base. He's not necessarily blowing them away with everything, but he just keeps people off base, and that's huge. He does have about 10 strikeouts per 9, which is good. Not crazy, but good enough. He started 12 games. He's got a 5-1 record. That one being in the opener over in Korea, where he didn't do too well against the Padres there. He's got StatCast is showing that he is being effective with multiple pitch types, most specifically his cutter, which has a run value of 3 per 100 pitches. And so he's got significant movement on everything. Just overall, just a really good start to his young career in the major leagues.
Yes, he's got that yo-yo curveball that just leaves hitters baffled, and his WAR, wins above replacement, is at 2.7. So he's also helping that Dodgers team, who is already very good, but with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the big $325 million pickup this offseason has been really helping the Dodgers this year. All right, for number third, we have Colton Cowser.
The Milkman!
He started off the season really, really hot. He's kind of cooled down, but he's got a 256 batting average, 822 OPS, and over 133 at bats. Remember, he could still get better. He could still definitely get worse. He's been very good for a rookie. That's still pretty good. I mean, you're not going to go out there. You're not just going to start hitting insane. He's got a great ability to get on base. He's got 6 home runs, and he's got 23 ribbies. So that's really helpful. He's plate discipline is evidenced by his 0.348 OBP, and he's got a bunch of walks, and he avoids strikeouts with a 15% walk rate and a 23% K rate, which means he's been able to watch the ball very well. He's seen the ball very well for the Orioles today. He's just been overall pretty well.
Yeah, and he also has that defensive flexibility. He's played all 3 outfield spots for the Orioles. A lot of times the MVP ends up being best player on the best team, right? And so, rookie of the year in a lot of ways can be the same thing. You got a guy who's on one of the best teams in baseball, best rookie on the best team. He's got a good shot at it.
Yeah. And a lot of rookies who come up there, then they struggle against like the high heater, the fast pitches, the fast fastballs. But he's got a 351 average and a 730 slugging percentage against those fastballs, so he can handle the big league speeds to a bunch of different pitches.
Yep. Next up, Luis Gil. He's been making a strong case for Rookie of the Year with his performance on the mound. Where he really shines is with his strikeouts, right? And there was one game against the White Sox. He struck out 14 in 6 innings, which obviously is a career high. He generates a lot of swing and miss, misses bats, which is super important for any pitcher who wants to be a stud, and that's what he does. He misses bats. He's got a high spin rate on the fastball, effective breaking ball that confuses hitters when he mixes that in with the fastball. The advanced metrics really show that he has the ability to dominate hitters with a combination of both velocity and movement.
Yeah, his ERA is also very well, 2.11, and his WHIP is at 1.01 as well. And remember, we talked about this in the ranking the top 10 rotations, or the other episode, and I was talking about how Luis Gil's his walks, that's really been killing him. He's got not wild, but he doesn't have the best command. He can't dot those corners like some of those pitchers out there. But recently, the walk's not been there. He's only walked like the last start. I think he walked 2, so which is that is really well for him, because in the minors he was just walking people left and right. But he has really good strikeout potential on a very good Yankees team with a very good rotation. So that'll be even better. He's helping fill that Garrett Cole spot in that rotation with Garrett Cole out right now.
Yeah, next up, Mason Miller from the A's. I mean, what an awesome story this guy has. He was a low 90s pitcher in college. Then he found out that he's got diabetes. He becomes an ace in the closer role, and now he's pumping gas in there at 103 plus with just some nasty breaking stuff. Just a really great story about a guy who's a guy who was struggling, a guy who was having a hard time finding himself. Then he has the injuries, illness thing, and just really bounced back from it. Fantastic story.
Yeah, his strikeout potential is out of the roof right now. He's tallying 43 strikeouts in his first 21 innings. Remember, these stats are from 525. So just don't kill us if it's just a little bit late when you watch it. It's a key indicator. The strikeout rate is just a key indicator of his dominance. He's going out there every 9th inning when the A's are winning. He's getting that save. He's striking out. He's basically striking out the side. And a really helpful thing for that is the 103 fastball. One of his games, he had 102.5, 103.3, and 102.5. The elite velocity, it not only destroys hitters' confidence, but it also makes the breaking pitches, aka the slider, aka the curveball, it makes it so much slower and so much better, because when you're looking at 103, then you get 87, 83, somewhere in that range. It really throws them off.
Yeah, and so he's really just taken off in that role as the A's closer. Um, he was reliever of the month in April. He went 8 for 8 in his save opportunities in April as well. He was perfect on his saves. Fastball spin rate and velocity are at the very top of the MLB. That makes his fastball one of the most difficult pitches in all of baseball to hit. So he's performing well under pressure, coming in as a rookie and being the
Yes.
closer. Sure, he's the closer for the A's, who are not expected to be a fantastic team, but at the end of the day, he's performing well in a pressure situation at the major league level. It's impressive.
Yes, it's so impressive for Mason Miller. It's such a great story. Good for the guy. We're gonna do three notable mentions, just three guys that have been very good as well. We just couldn't fit them into the top five. Number one for our notable mentions, you gotta put Paul Skeens in there. The number one overall prospect. He's been very good for the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2024. In 3 starts, he has a 1-0 record with 2.25 ERA, 21 strikeouts, and a 1 WHIP and 16 innings pitched. He throws very fast and his breaking stuff. His slider and that splinker, whoever knows what that pitch is, it's been very well, and he's been limiting the walks as well. So good for Paul Skeens.
Yeah, I don't know whether to bump him up or bump him down for the mustache. I haven't quite decided yet. But at the end of the day, when we get into the second half of the season, Paul Skeens is definitely going to be making noise in the conversation for Rookie of the Year.
Yep. For another one, Jared Jones, another Pirates pitcher, another rookie. He's been very well as well. He debuted with 10 strikeouts over 5 2/3 innings against the Miami Marlins. Yes, was against the Miami Marlins when they were kind of struggling, but still, it's a major league team. It's not just some trash team that they're putting out there. They're still major league players, and striking out 10, and then he also continued it with 7 innings, 1 hit shutout, where he also struck out 10 batters against the Colorado Rockies. So Marlins, Rockies, they're still MLB teams, still being a rookie pitching. They're still very impressive.
Yeah, and then one last guy. We've talked a lot about the pitchers. Let's throw in a hitter there as well too. You got Wilyer Abreu from the Boston Red Sox. He's been a standout in his rookie season so far, batting .275, 6 home runs, 30 RBIs. One of the big highlights for him is his exit velocity on balls in play. 92.5 off the bat, pretty good. That'll play. And he's also got some sneaky good speed as well, with a solid on base percentage of 345 or so. So when it comes to the hitters, we have been highlighting a bunch of the pitchers, but Wilyer Abreu is a guy to watch in the second half of the season as well.
All right, so these are our Rookie of the Years, how we think it's going right now, a third of the way into the season. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We haven't uploaded in a while, so hopefully we get back to that. See you guys later.
Yep, we'll see you. And if you agree with us, leave it in the comments. If you disagree, put it in the comments. Tell us who you think the Rookie of the Year should be so far.
All right, bye.